Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have a full slate in the MLB. We have game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and we have game for the NHL, and we have game 2 of the Western Conference Finals for the NBA. So kind of interesting, Tim, that the conference finals are kind of locked up, are kind of like actually like almost lined up. The only thing is I think the Celtics have played 2 games and everybody else has played 1. But I gotta say the playoffs have been fun so far. Or the conference finals have been fun so far. We'll get into that because once again, I think this is like is this the third straight day this has happened during? Nope. Okay, I did decent baseball day on the 21st, but 2 days ago and yesterday, I had poor MLB days, but the conference final games bumped me up. And then WNBA actually was really nice yesterday for me. Because I had 2 plays I was looking at, and they both won. MLB, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, first 5 under 4.5. A grand slam in the bottom of the 3rd inning or 4th inning, killed that. So that was fun. Padres were my only winner, minus 110. They almost blew it, but they held on at the end. Cubs loser, Tigers loser there. So not the greatest day in baseball. 1-3, down 2.48 units. The WNBA though, 2-0. Minnesota Lynx +6. Washington Mystics +7.5. They both cover. They both lose straight up. And both of them, no. The Mystics lost by I think like 1 in regulation. The Lynx went to overtime.
Mystics lost by 3.
Oh, 3, my bad. They lost by 3, but they covered 7.5. So perfect 2-0 there. I believe I'm 5-2 in the WNBA now. I don't bet many games in the WNBA. I don't force action in a lot of games in the WNBA. So I think I'm 5-2 on the year. I have to go back and look. And then in the NHL, I didn't have anything in the NBA. I leaned Boston. I should have pulled the trigger on it. I think Boston runs away with the series, but we'll see because I do think Indiana probably takes 1 at home. Between games 3 and 4, I don't think Indiana wins the series, which is kind of like an obvious statement here because they're like 20-1 dogs now to win the series.
Something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we'll see. And then in the NHL, it had to go to double overtime. The Oilers were leading 2-0. The Stars get 1 in the second, 1 in the third. The refs give them 4 minutes of power play time to start overtime. The Oilers kill it. We go to a double overtime. Oh, and towards the end of the first overtime, McDavid had a beautiful opportunity, and he just waited too long to shoot the puck. And Ottinger was able to get the stick out and block it. But after that, about less than a minute into double overtime, Bouchard to not Hyman in front of the net, but good old Connor McDavid for the game winner in double overtime. Oilers +110 was a winner. Edmonton team total over 3 was a push there. So far in the conference finals, I'm 2-0 on money lines, 0-2 on team totals because I took both team total over 3s, and they finished with 3. But I wasn't going to lay $1.50 on 2.5s. That's just not something I'm interested in doing. So overall yesterday, 4-3-1 up 0.62 units, 3 straight winning days, looking to make it 4 today. I have made a move in the Panthers game, and that's the only game I have a bet in. And it's on the total. It's not on the side yet. So we'll get into that in just a minute. But overall, good day yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good day on the side as well, although it was slightly up. Went 4-3. Up 1.01 units. We'll take every day in the green that we can. Philly run line was a winner. Cubbies didn't even score, which was a shame. You mentioned Minnesota, plus 6.5 was a winner. The under, you know what? The under in the New York game, loss. You know why? I did not expect the Sky to win outright.
Yeah.
16.5-point dogs on the road. They win outright in New York.
That's
and it
fun.
goes over the total. Finished at 171. Indiana. I'm sorry. Did I see a 17-0 run? It was like 17-0 to start the second quarter for the Celtics. It got back to a 6-point game, and then Indiana just couldn't pull it closer. That was a loser. You had Edmonton, and then Mystics plus 6.5 covered the spread there, so I was happy with that. Ended up being a slightly up day. And you mentioned WNBA, Nick. This year I'm 11-7, up 3.47 on the site. Having a nice start to the year. Hopefully it continues as we keep going through. There's one game tonight, and I do have a plan.
Yeah, I'll look at the game after the show because that's generally when I look at the WNBA is after the show.
There you go. Do you want to go say hi to the chat while I get my college baseball slate for the day?
Okay. Let's take a look here. Good morning, my guys. Hit a 3-teamer last night. Padres, LSU, Philly run line. There you go. No more college baseball for me. Teams never hold leads. It's too unpredictable. Welcome to college baseball.
Yeah, welcome to college baseball.
That's what makes it so much fun sometimes, though, is that the fact that games are never over. Happy Friday. Decent card today. Yeah, it is a decent card. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Real Deal Prime. Giants moneyline, Pacers moneyline, loser. You did get the Giants. The Pacers did not. Yeah. Pacers moneyline was never a reality. No, wasn't. NHL has been good to me. Bayball was meh. And that Pacers moneyline was a bit of a reach, but we move on. Fair enough. Fun fact: the last 5 NHL champions were top 5 defending transition. There are 2 teams remaining in the NHL playoffs: Florida and Edmonton. Raise it, love it. That's my Stanley Cup matchup. I have Edmonton plus 150 to win the division, plus 150 to win the series, and I've got the Panthers 4-1 to win the East and 10-1 to win the Cup. So I hope it's Florida over Edmonton in 6 games. That's my hope here. And did anybody watch that Orioles game? No, I didn't have any money on it. So
yes.
I don't care.
I saw the replay of the end. Did you see how the game ended, Nick?
No.
It was up all over Twitter. It ended on a double play in result of a interference call on an infield fly rule, which was definitely interesting. But you know what? I'm fine with that because I had obviously Baltimore, so run line cash, money line cash. We move on, even though that one got a little bit dicey. It was 8-2 going into the 9th inning, finished 8-6. So definitely made me sweat out my run line. But anyways.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah. McJesus said, fuck that. I'm ending this after he missed that wide open net. Love it. Loved it. Nice little. And he hasn't looked. One thing I will say, he hasn't looked like this for most of the playoffs. McDavid last night, I mean, he's just scoring the game-winning goal, kind of reminding us that he's still one of the best players in hockey, if not the best. But yeah. Are you Canadian, Real Deal?
He is.
Yeah. Both Edmonton and Florida are top 5 in transition. There you go. Yes, born and made in Canada. There you go, eh? Shout out to ESB and me. I gave out Padres and Phillies parlay. Glad to make everyone money. There you go. Oilers really changed their team's identity. They could not play defense a couple years ago. Absolutely. And this is what I said when they won Game 4 against the LA Kings in that 1-0 game. They proved that they don't need 4 goals to win a playoff game, which is massive because you're not going to win a Stanley Cup scoring that many goals per game and not playing defense. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a Sabres fan, yeah. Hyman wants goals. Yes, Hyman wants goals. He scored a goal in that game. And by the way, if you took props on these, and these are probably the most cliche props you could have taken in that game. McDavid goal, Draisaitl goal, Hyman goal. The only 3 goals scored by the Edmonton Oilers last night. The Oilers killed 2 4-minute minors 2 games in a row. Yeah, the Oilers penalty kill could be a reason why they win this series. That penalty kill looked good, and we'll get into that tomorrow. Their special teams may be the reason why they can beat the Dallas Stars. I 100% believe that because their penalty kill looks better than the Stars, and their power play is obviously better than the Stars. So yeah, NBA playoffs boring, kind of. Let's go Oilers, absolutely. I have a son named Dominic, fan of goalies. When I seen Hasek, and given my wrestling background, I was hooked. Hasek took me to Buffalo, and I've been following the team ever since. Fair enough. McDrivid. Yeah, McDavid, deer and headlights. Yeah. What up? I had A's 2.5. Trashed that. At least they won. Hell yeah. I banked on Phillies -0.5 versus 5-2. There you go. I was all over the Panthers, but I'm coming around to the Rangers tonight. Friday night at MSG. Feeling some Big Apple energy. I'm looking in that direction as well. We'll get into that in just a couple minutes. I'm kind of looking in that direction, but a different way. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Expect the unexpected. Jays 9-1 over the Tigers. Yeah, that was crazy. Smash this shit today. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want Nerfy was more painful to lose. The leadoff home run in Pitt or the walk home in Chicago. There you go. Kansas up 9-0.
They are already up 9-0 on TC. 9-1 now on TC. Wow, in the second inning? Holy shit. I didn't bet that game. Didn't see it early enough.
There you go. Let's keep going. There we go. We got an active chat today. Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, we do.
The Orioles game was a bit frustrating. Lost a couple same-game parlays because Gunnar did not get 1.5 bases, and O'Hearn went hitless. Fair. Yeah, barely came out on top yesterday. 19-3 last 22 days. That's a hell of a run, dude. Really like the card today. That's a hell of a run. Keep it going. Split my hockey. Over didn't hit, but the Oilers money line never in doubt. Yep. Son of a bitch, Cubbies have been shifting me lately. Yeah, that was not fun yesterday, but it is what it is. Both my futures, Panthers and Oilers to win their conference, look good right now. Yeah, I also I threw I think a couple bucks on this, whatever. But I have a 4-teamer that I was able to boost. I think 1209 for Oilers to win the series, Panthers to win the series, Mavericks to win the series, and Celtics -1.5 games to win the series. So hopefully that comes through. That'd be fun. If all 3 of the Oilers' big guns are scoring, Dallas is going to have a short series. Yes, then this is exactly what we need from the Edmonton Oilers. McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman are going to have to average 2 to 3 points a game. Pretty plain and simple. And we saw that a little bit. That's why Colorado really struggled in that series because McKinnon didn't look good, McCarr didn't look good, Rantanen struggled. We'll see how Dallas adjusts. Anytime goal for McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman with anytime point Bouchard would have been sweet. It would have been. Yeah. My book still has Panthers futures +150, my guys. I'm sitting on 10-1 to win the cup. So I'm going to stick with that. I hope the Rangers get ran out of the building tonight. Kachuk 2 goals, 9-1. I have a feeling if the Rangers get run out of the building, it's later in the game. We'll see. Rockies money line, never in doubt if you had the DK up 2 promo. Yeah, I never used the DK up 2 promo yesterday. I didn't like the slate enough. I see Florida going up 2-0 in the series tonight. I could see it. Panthers are savage. Saw some guy on Reddit, some guy bet 1,000 on the Rockies live 3,500. Ouch. The Stop Geo stat of the day. James Paxton has 5 wins in a row versus the Reds, and Ashcraft has 5 losses in the row versus the Dodgers. So Reds money line. Got it. Ron Scott took the Jayhawks shootouts. There you go. Deer, Cubs, and Tigers. It's called home plate. Just cross it. Jesus God, what that was frustrating yesterday. It was. I was on both of those. No Rupe Hintz is a game changer, people aren't talking enough about. Yeah, and it's interesting seeing all the people who bet the Dallas Stars to win the series and futures and all that come back and bet them to win the series at like plus 160 this morning, because there's no way the Stars would lose this series. So we'll talk Stars and Oilers tomorrow. We got game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals to talk about now. The Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. Minus 110 for the Panthers, total 5.5 in this game. Let's get up the line history in this spot here. As my live odds page is loading, we will go over to Action Network so we can see what type of market we have for this game here. As this will load, as we have 52% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the Rangers with this line. Where did my thing go? Stop. Awesome. It just completely skipped. Or not skipped. It just moved to a place where I didn't want it to go. There we go. And then for the total in this game, we have 56% of the tickets, 55% of the cash on the over in this spot. Taking a look at the line history in this one, it opened up with Florida as minus 115 favorites. It's down to a 108 for the Panthers. So we do have a move towards the Rangers with a little bit of the money coming in on the Rangers. So it kind of makes sense there. Line opened up 5.5, 107. It's now 5.5 plus 108 on Bet Online. I got plus 105 last night. I got the over in this game here. Let's take a look at taking a look here. Last game finished 3-0. The Rangers got shut out. I don't expect that again here. As much as I would love the Rangers to get shut out again, I don't see it. They went 0-3 on the power play, and they went 0-2 on the penalty kill. No, my bad. That was the Panthers. 0-3 on the power play. The Rangers went 0-2 on the power play. The Rangers power play has looked very human since game 3 of the Carolina series. They've gone 0-4, 0-1, 0-3, 1-2, and 0-2. So this is a Rangers power play that was just super lethal against the Capitals, and the first 2 games against the Hurricanes. And then after that, nothing. We've gotten basically nothing from the Rangers power play. I don't expect that to continue. Even though the penalty kill for the Panthers has been really strong, they've given up 1 power play goal since the start of the Boston series. And that was in their game 4 3-2 win. And looking at this spot here for me, I played the over 5.5. I kind of lean Rangers in this game if I'm looking to get involved with it. I'm looking at either Rangers first period or Rangers team total over, though. Because after getting shut out, I think you can expect the Rangers to show up the first 20 minutes at least in this game. So I would lean towards that direction. But I think I'm just going to stick with the over 5.5 in this game for this spot. Over 5.5 plus 105 with a lean towards the Rangers team total over or first period money line.
It's just hard to. I want to back Florida today. It's just hard to see New York lose 2 games in a row at home. A team that went 34-13 at home this year. I'm going to end up staying off this game. I don't feel like I need to bet every single hockey game. The only team that I actually am rooting for in the playoffs right now is the Dallas Stars. It's the only future I got left. I got them 14-1 to win the Cup preseason. So that's kind of the only thing I'm really sweating out for hockey anymore. I obviously am rooting for Florida because I don't want to see the Rangers in the Stanley Cup. But it would be probably Rangers or nothing in this game just because I do not see them losing back-to-back games in New York. So I'm gonna stay away from this one. It's New York or nothing.
Yeah, something to keep in mind though with the Panthers is where I don't mind them on the road here, and I can see them winning 2 games on the. This is a team that won 52 games in the regular season, 26 at home and 26 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter where they played. They were
True.
good on at home. They were good on the road.
That's fine. I just the Rangers are one of the best home teams in the league, so it's kind of hard for me to see that. It's not that I can't see the Panthers winning 2 games in a row. I don't really see the Rangers losing 2 games in a row at home.
Fair.
But back to the check, Nick.
Yeah. Head to there.
I don't remember where you. There.
Yeah, Panthers are. Oh, yeah, Panthers are on a mission to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Absolutely, they are. Absolutely, they are, and they look like the best team in hockey right now. I put that stat out just to reinforce your Dodgers fade. Fair. Panthers puck line and lean over 2. Yeah, I'm on the over, and I would like to see the Panthers win the game. Panthers money line 5 units. Good luck. Keep that Florida money coming in. Fair. Tkachuk point, Barkov point. Honestly, Florida looks like they're on a mission. Absolutely, they do. For those who don't have Fanatics account yet, just signed up. Promo bet 100 first bet every day, and you get yep. Yeah, I had that early. I had that a month ago or 2 months ago when it became legal in North Carolina. Which reminds me, I'm going to put something in the chat for that. Which, if you guys do have access to a book like that and are not signed up or want to know what books are signed up, I'm putting this in the chat. signupexperts.com/EarleSportsBets. It'll tell you what books are available in your area, and if you guys want to support us while adding to your repertoire of books to shop around, get all these good promos, and this includes fantasy books as well. You guys like Prize Picks, you guys like Underdog fantasy sports, anything along those lines. It's those are there as well. So if you look at the I just put in the chat, if you guys are looking to sign up if you guys have Fanatics in the area and you don't have it signed up yet, you can use that. You can use that link and sign up as well, and we'll get rewards. You'll help Earle Sports Bets as well. Advantage at plus 225. One timer on the power play, probably from Fox and Panarin assist. Yeah, I can see that. Tkachuk and Barkov are on different lines. Careful playing that. Fair. Trocheck assist, Panarin assist. Same power play. Maybe. What happened to East Carolina? Wichita State scored more runs than them. That's what happened to them. Rangers puck line, or penalty kill, is the best in hockey. It's pretty good. Yeah. And here's the thing. 5-on-5, the Panthers are going to dominate this series. The only way the Rangers win the series is if Florida gets undisciplined. Paul Maurice is playing the perfect style against the Rangers. Rangers don't forecheck highly well, and Paul is putting them in a game plan where they're going to have their team up 2-0 in the series after tonight. And they absolutely could, because the Panthers are a damn good road team, which is why I'm staying off the side in this game. This is the link right here. If you guys are looking to expand your books and sign up for more and support Earle Sports Bets at the same time you enjoy the content every single day, things along these lines. And I think we're gonna have we have a new sponsor coming up, Tim, too, where I need to set up all the promotion stuff for it and everything along those lines. I've been busy the last few days. I have to set up all the promotion stuff. I also want to order something off their site first as well, so I can have something to show off and to promote it as well, so I can promote it better. But yeah, we'll have a new sponsor. I'll have to set it up within the next couple of days as well. Montour point and Tkachuk over 3.5 shots. There you go. let's get into some shooty hoops here, Tim. Western Conference Finals, game number 2, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. The Timberwolves are 5.5-point favorites with a total of 207 in this game. The Mavericks stole game 1 in Minnesota, and they're looking to go up 2-0 heading back to Minnesota, heading back to Dallas. Line opened up at a 4. It got up to a 4.5, up to a 5, and now it's a 5.5. So we got a 1.5 line movement, really. The 4 to the 4.5 was within the first 5 minutes, and the 4 to 5 happened within the first 10 minutes of the line opening up. And since then, it's still moved up a half point towards Minnesota. So the market's liking Minnesota here. Line opened up at 208, went down to a 207.5. It's now 207. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. See if we have an interesting spot here. 63% of tickets, 75% of cash is on the Timberwolves, and this line's gone from a 4 to a 4.5 to a 5 to a 5.5. So the market's respected the Timberwolves here, which is going to be enough to keep me off the Mavericks. I don't feel the need to bet the Mavericks in this game because if they're tied 1-1 heading back to Dallas, I'm still satisfied of the first 2 games. I think if you're on the Dallas Mavericks to win the series, you're in a good spot at the moment with them winning a game in Minnesota. We have 96% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the over with the line moving towards the under. The under is where I have some appeal in this game. Now, let's take a look here. Oh, wow, the covers page looks different. Okay, that really threw me off. Last game finished 108 to 103, so it did go over the total of 207. And it was mainly because I believe, there was 60 points in the first quarter and 61 in the second. And then they slowed down in the second half. There was 44 points in the third quarter and then 48 in the fourth quarter. I could see that here where you could get a decent line on a live under in this game. I still think this game goes under the total. And that's where I'm going to look for this game to finish. And I think it kind of is correlated because if you like the Timberwolves in this game, I think the game goes under the total. If you like the Mavericks, the game goes over the total. Because even when you go back to the Denver series, last series as well, Timberwolves win game 1, total goes under. Timberwolves get in game 2, total goes under. Nuggets win game 3, the total goes over. Nuggets win game 4, the total goes over. Nuggets win game 5, the total goes over. Nuggets win game 6, the total goes under. The T-Wolves win game 6, total goes under. T-Wolves win game 7, total goes under. Game 1, T-Wolves lose, game goes over. If you like the T-Wolves, you like the under. If you like the Mavericks, you like the over. I do lean T-Wolves in this game. If I'm looking to bet a side in this game, it's Minnesota or nothing for me. And this is somebody who has the Dallas Mavericks plus 150 to win the series. I think the Mavericks win this series in 6. I think that they take both games in Dallas. They lose game 5 in Minnesota, and they take it in game 6. And I will look to back them when they go back to Dallas. I'm going to back the under in this game, though. I'm going to take under 207. Let's see if I can find a 207.5 in this game. I can. Let's see if I can find a 208. I cannot. So we're going to head over to Bet365 here. Under 207.5 minus 110 for me here in this one.
I'm on Dallas again. And I think I think for the conference finals, I'm going to be on the Pacers and the Mavericks every single game. And at the end, I think that's both of them are going to be profitable kind of deal. So far, 1-0 in the Dallas series, 1-1 in the Indiana series. Just trying to win at least 4 of them in the series. So that's all I really try to go for right now. If I think a certain team's going to win the series, I'm going to back them every single game. Luka looked great. Dallas looked great. Took game 1 in Minnesota, a very tough place to win a game. And I think Dallas takes game 2. Give me the Mavericks here. Plus, I got 5.5 in this one, Nick.
Good luck. I would honestly lean Mavericks team total under tonight as well. I look for the T-Wolves to step up defensively in this game in order to win tonight. Now, is 5.5 points too many? Maybe. And maybe the team total under is the better way to play it when this game finishes something along the lines of maybe 103 to 96 or 103 to 100 or something along those lines. I do think this is a lower scoring game.
That's fair. You got through the hockey comments, so I'm guessing this one. Lean Mavericks would have bet plus 4.5, but the market pushed it 2 points. It keeps me off. T-Wolves money line, lay it. JK, you're gonna lie bet them. Okay. Ant 40 plus points. Ant can die. Oh no, okay. Ant's a little bit too much. Like I don't think he's good for the league, but whatever. T-Wolves money line, Ant is a savage. He's a little baby. I'm going to wait to see if the line moves in your tip off. It's fair. Luka Pra over as well as double Mavs spread. There you go. Dallas is a good road team. Yep. Luka 40 points, 11 assists, 3+ threes. Dallas team total over. I like that. Michael Jordan should show up tonight. Michael Jordan retired years ago, so I don't think he shows up tonight. But I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody could have told you that he retired a while ago. But either way, let's jump into this one, Nick. And yes, I'm going to be betting a Blue Jay game today.
I'm interested in Sir Alek Manoah here to see, and I haven't looked at the market at all in this game yet. I've done all my numbers for it. I just haven't seen what the market's done. This line opened up with the Detroit Tigers as around -112 favorites. Now we're seeing the Blue Jays as -125 favorites. We've had a big move towards the Toronto Blue Jays in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5 at -110. Now an 8.5 at even money. And we saw a very similar market last time Alek Manoah pitched, and he went out there and he dominated the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't think Manoah is the blind fade that people think he is anymore. Let's get into it a little bit more, though. Let's take a look at the line history here, where we have 27% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Detroit Tigers, and the line has moved away from the Tigers here. Am I going to be betting this game? I don't know. 91% of tickets and 84% of cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under. Maybe the under is the appeal in this game. Maybe it's the under. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. We have Manoah and Manning. Manoah, 3 ERA, 0.94 whip, 9.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 3 walks per nine, a 182 BABIP, a 4.7 FIP, and a 3.66 SIERA. On the flip side, Matt Manning, 6.46 ERA, 2.09 whip, 7.63 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3.52 walks per nine, a 455 BABIP, a 3.47 FIP, and a 4.83 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards, looks like the Tigers here. Hitting edge goes towards the Tigers as well. They're both above average when it comes to hitting righties. We have the Tigers 107 WRC plus and the Blue Jays 102. So the Blue Jays have been hitting a little bit better as of late. Yesterday, the first 500 did hit. The Blue Jays have scored 9 runs in back-to-back games. So maybe this is a game where the bats cool off. Is Matt Manning the guy to do it? Maybe. And this Tigers offense does not scare me at all. They've scored 10 runs in the last 4 games combined. So they're averaging around 2.5 runs the last 4 games. I could only look under in this game, and I think Blue Jays. I personally don't think Manoah is a fade, like a lot of people do. And I think people remember last year Manoah. This year Manoah is looking like what we thought last year's Manoah was going to look like. Because I remember last year I had a Cy Young ticket on Alek Manoah. I'm high on him, or I was high on him. He looked terrible against Washington in his first start. Since then, 7 innings against the Twins of no-run baseball, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He followed that up. He had 3 runs given up against the Twins, but they were unearned runs. And then no earned runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched against the Rays. I think he can shut down the Tigers today. It's first 5 under or nothing for me. It's Blue Jays or nothing for me. I don't think I'm getting involved in either.
I mean, he's thrown 14 straight shutout innings. He looks great. I'm still gonna fade him. I'm 2-1.
Tigers are not the team. The Tigers are not the team to do that, though. I think
it is a little bit scary going and trying to back the Tigers, who have looked like garbage. But I'm not a fan of Alek Manoah. I was never high on him. Good for him. He's gotten back-to-back no earned run starts, 7 innings each. Good for him. Do it again. Win multiple games in a row, then I'll stop fading every game. I'm 2-1 fading him so far this year. Give me the Tigers again to do so. I'm gonna fade him. So
fair.
Looks like a zigzag theory. T-Wolves, no thanks. Tigers have to win today. They don't have to. Jays, yeah. Good at home. What's his home road splits? Doesn't really have much splits because he's only
has
pitched
3 starts this year. So,
and he barely pitched in the majors last year. So, and he was awful in every spot. 50-50 game, not really. So the Jays smash spot, no. Nerfy again. BJ's first 5, their bullpen still sucks. Lean under, but MLB totals don't treat me good. It's fair. Bodie, both of these teams are playing under expectations.
Kind of, yeah.
Honestly, you can't trust the Jays or Tigers. To be fair, I was low on the Jays coming into this year. I said last place Jays. So Manoah over 5.5 strikeouts. No.
I was actually kind of looking at that, yeah.
I can't get Jays or Tigers games right lately. My luck is I bet this game and it probably gets rained out and void my ticket. That'd actually be a benefit to you. The Tigers took a beating yesterday. They did. Earle faded off a yes. I am fading Manoah. Jays. Alec no hits. The Tigers. Let's go. No Jays. No. All right, Nick. It's a holiday for me, Nick.
Yeah, we have Seth Lugo taking on former East Carolina Pirate Sean Armstrong. Line opened up at a -110. It's down to a 106 for the Royals. Total opened up at an 8 -110. It is now an 8 at -105. Let's take a look at the cash flow here in this spot where we have the Royals getting 65% of the tickets, 98% of the cash, with the line moving slightly towards Tampa Bay. And then we have 99% of tickets, 99% of the cash on the over with the line moving slightly towards the under in this one here. Sean Armstrong and Seth Lugo. Lugo has been phenomenal. 1.57 ERA, 0.79 whip, 11.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 34%. 1.57 walks per 9 and 224 BABIP. A 2.62 FIP and a 2.41 Sierra. Let me just look up one quick thing here because we have Sean Armstrong, which is going to be just an opener in this game. He goes 1, maybe 2 innings. And then the primary guy will be Tyler Alexander, who in his last start gave up 3 earned runs in a little over 7 innings. But one little thing about those 7 innings is the first 7 innings he pitched in that game, he faced 21 batters, gave up no hits on no walks, and he was perfect. And looking at this matchup here, the bullpen edge does go towards the Tampa Bay Rays, and the hitting edge is slightly towards the Royals. 98 WRC plus, which is 16th, compared to 96, which is 18th. But that is against righties. If you look at lefties for the Royals, because they'll be facing Alexander, that's 108 WRC plus, which is 11th. So they are better against lefties than they are against righties. So maybe this is a game, if you like the Royals, maybe bet them once once Alexander comes in, especially if you want to fade Alexander following that following that start where he had 7 perfect innings with only like 4 strikeouts. That's just that was kind of interesting there. For me, I'm interested a little bit in Tampa Bay in this game, just to lean towards them. I'm more interested in this first 5 under on this spot. And I kind of actually think I just want to grab that first 5 under for the Toronto as well. The more and more I look at it, let's take a look what the total here is in this game. Kansas City, Tampa Bay. You can get 4.5 minus 130 over on BetMGM. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna grab the 4.5 minus 130 over on BetMGM. And then when I'm at it, I'm going to add the first 5 under Toronto, Detroit, as well, because that the more and more I look at it, the more and more I like it. So that first 5 under in Detroit is 4.5 minus 115 over on BetMGM as well.
It's my boy Seth Lugo, who's been absolutely phenomenal, and I want to keep backing him. And I believe we've seen a lot of because I remember you faded him last game against Oakland because certain line movements were going again. I don't care about the stupid line movement sometimes.
I bet the over. I didn't take Oakland. I took the over.
Sorry, you bet the under. You bet the under. Right? No, sorry. You bet Oakland team total over. You bet Oakland team total over, I thought.
No, I just bet the over 9. I bet the over 9.
Okay.
It came up a run short, but I bet the over 9 in that game.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had Oakland team total or something like that. But I know we see a lot of times where when we see it with the two teams that I'm like super high on have always have these weird line movements, and it ultimately doesn't matter because Kansas City and Baltimore always have the weirdest line movements, and they still win games. I'm riding the Royals again. This is just a Royals team that has been really good this year, and I want to keep backing them, especially with Lugo on the mound. So Kansas City for me, Nick.
Fair. I am going to be on the what do you call it? I am on the first 5 under in this game with a lean towards Tampa.
Okay. Morning Cobra on the Twitch. Make sure you guys are following on Twitch as well if you guys are interested. Royals all day. DK has reduced Lugo's Cy Young odds from 30-1 to 22-1. He should be. Royals minus 2.5. F the Rays. Royals first 5. 8.5 units on the Royals. Favorite bet of the day, but not my up too early. Fair. I'd want to say Nerfy, but old man Armstrong leaves me asking questions. Hey, don't question the Pirate. Rays, no. The Royals just play the A's and Tigers. The Rays just is a step up. They're a 500 team. Yeah, they're a 500 team. I'm not worried about them. Royals money line. Royals are 11-11 on the road. That's fine. This game is a pick'em. It is a pick'em. It is indeed a pick'em. This game's not a pick'em.
Yeah, we have the LA Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds, where we have the Dodgers minus 145 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here where we have James Paxton. Here's your friendly reminder. James Paxton still plays baseball. And he plays it for the Dodgers too, with a total, taking on Graham Ashcraft. This line opened up at a 160. It's down to a 147, so we even moved towards Cincinnati in this game here. Line opened up at a 9.5, down to a 10, up to a 9.5. Down, my bad. Started at 9.5, moved up to a 10, back down to a 9.5, back up to a 10. So we have a line move towards the over, and we have a line move towards the Reds, suggesting that James Paxton finally gets the negative regression he's been due for. 87% of the tickets and 99% of the cash on the Dodgers, the line moving towards the Reds. 66% of the tickets and 72% of the cash on the over here as well. I'm actually leaning towards the over a little bit in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. James Paxton and Graham Ashcraft. James Paxton, 2.86 ERA, 1.31 whip, 4.45 strikeouts per nine, which is 12%. Doesn't strike out many batters. 3.18 walks per nine, a 267 BABIP, a 4.59 FIP, and a 5.47 SIERA, even though he's pitching a 2.86. On the flip side, Graham Ashcraft, 3.42 ERA, a 1.48 whip, 5.81 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 3.78 walks per nine, a 298 BABIP, a 4.7 FIP, and a 4.91 Sierra. Bullpen edge does go towards the Dodgers as well as the hitting edge, 112 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to the 78, which is 23rd. I am going to be betting. I am betting the Reds. That is something that you guys already knew was coming. I am betting the Dodgers here, especially on the road where the Dodgers have not been as good. I will be playing this over the total though. I want to fade James Paxton. I truly, truly do. I think this is a great spot to do it. I'm getting plus 132 over on FanDuel for the Cincinnati Reds. So we're going to start with the Cincinnati Reds full game money line plus 132 because James Paxton, I think going forward is a bet against pitcher. As I truly expect we see him in his within the next 4 or 5 starts have an ERA in the 4s like he's supposed to. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start with plus 132 Cincinnati Reds money line over on FanDuel. And then we will move over to the total. And we're going to head to Fanatics. And we're going to take this game over 10 at minus 115. So Reds plus 132 over 10 at minus 115.
I will say I'm not betting a side because I respect your fading the Dodgers every day. I'm not going to do it.
We won the last two. We won the last two.
There you go. I'm not doing it with the Reds. But I do like the over in this game. I think Paxton gets hit a little bit up today. And even though we were high on Ashcraft earlier in his career, he's kind of tapered off a little bit. So I do expect to see some runs in this game. I still can't believe Paxton's actually pitching in the majors this year. Although he's actually pitching quite well, 14 earned runs in 44 innings. So he hasn't been terrible this year. But in the Great American Ballpark, where it's a very hitter-friendly ballpark, I do like the over here with you.
I like it. I think, and then I usually when I bet Dodger games, I just usually focus on just taking the opponent's money line and moving on. I want to bet overs in Paxton games. I think that's the way I want to approach them as well, especially when the weather's going to get hotter and the old man is it's just going to be more for him.
Problem. Let's fade. Let's do it. Dodgers supposed to smash the dead Reds. Can't go over or under because Reds can't score in their sleep. Run line for the Dodgers. Royals should handle the Rays. Should being the key word. Freddie home run. Dodgers in my sleep. Reds are going to give them nightmares. Dodgers going yard all series. LA kind of owns the Reds 14-6 against them in the last 20. That's an interesting stat. I like it. My boy said the Reds impossible. Paxton under strikeouts. Dodgers have been playing well with Paxton. Dodgers in the over. Okay. Let's head to this ugly series.
Oh, boy. And I know you had a little bit of time talking about this series last night, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Let's get into it here. We have the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. We have Christian Scott taking on where is it? Yeah, Kyle Harrison. This line opened up with the New York Mets at minus 125. It's now 140. Who the hell is betting this Mets team right now? I truly don't know. Line opened up in an 8.5 at even money. It's down to a 7.5. So we do have a move towards this under here with 99% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on set over. We have 23% of the tickets and 57% of the cash on the Giants. The Giants are coming in off of a crazy comeback win yesterday. And just a crazy last couple days against the Pittsburgh Pirates, where no lead was ever safe, comebacks galore, and that was just a ridiculous series. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Christian Scott and Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison, 2.25 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 8.04 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 2.63 BABIP, a 3.07 FIP, and a 4.57 SIERA. On the flip side, Christian Scott, 4.32 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 9.18 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 3.16 walks per nine, a 3.40 BABIP, a 3.56 FIP, and a 3.62 SIERA. He's pitched decent. He'll give up the long ball here and there. Bullpen edge goes towards the Mets. Hitting edge is a significant one towards the Giants. 107 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to the Mets against righties or against lefties, which is dead last in baseball. 57 WRC plus, 30th. They've been downright terrible against left-handed pitching. And I see Kyle Harrison coming into this game and shoving. The Mets have not looked good at home this year. This is a New York Mets team that they're 10-14 at Citi Field. They're 11-14 away from Citi Field. They don't score as many runs at home than they do on the road. They're coming back from a 8-game road trip through Philly, Miami, Cleveland. That first game back is never a fun spot. I don't know why the line is moving towards the Giants or towards the Mets in this game personally. Especially with the sharp money coming in on the Giants. That just makes no sense. I do think Kyle Harrison shoves. And if I think Kyle Harrison shoves, I don't mind Christian Scott as well in this game. And that will ultimately lead me to both these pitchers have a good start, and this first 5 goes under. The bullpens, I think you can trust this for a full game under too. I don't bet full game unders. Maybe I need to start betting full game unders as well. It's a 7.5. I'm seeing 8s out there for those who want that full game under. I can get a 4.5 at -130 over on Fanatics. I'm going to take that 4.5 -130. I'm going to take this game under first 5, 4.5.
I got the under 8 -115. We talked about it last night on Talking Mets with Rob. One of my buddies invited me onto his channel for the night. This is a Mets team that's been rough, and we talked about their home road splits a little bit. With 5.2 runs per game on the road compared to 3 runs at home. This team does not score at home. This team is not built to play at Citi Field. As crazy as that sounds, this team is not built to play at Citi Field, and we've seen it. I got the under. I think this is a 3-1 type of game. So I like the under here. I'm not touching a side. There's zero chance I'm ever laying -145 with the Mets here. It's Giants or nothing for a side. I like the under. The under 8 is put up on the site.
I like it. And this is one where if I were someone who'd bet full game unders, I would probably take a full game under rather than first 5 under here. If I'm somebody who did do that, they're just not part of my repertoire. And maybe they should be. Maybe I should be looking at full game unders as well. I just don't trust bullpens, and I've seen plenty of leads go to the wayside. And I think I don't want to touch full game unders until they get rid of the phantom runner rule in the 10th inning. Because I've seen plenty of games where people have dead nut unders, full game, and then it hits the 10th inning, and then next thing you know, we have 4 runs scored in the extra innings, and the game goes over. So it's not something I want to be a part of.
I feel that. Let's head back to the chat. Giants and Mets are unpredictable. Giants coming along a little bit. The Mets are trash. Yes, they are. It's my over 7.5. No. This is my favorite system plays. Fading the home team after coming off a road trip. Don't hate that. 17-5 with the up to promo early. Last 22 days, I got it on the Giants. Here, I also use a 33% MLB profit boost on them at MGM. I don't hate that. Overall day, or either way. What's up?
Huh? Nothing.
Okay. Giants bullpen tax. It is. Kyle Harrison Harrison has won almost every game he's pitched in. Y'all be crazy not to use your number too early on this one. Plus money. You're up too early. I got you. Giants 1-6 last 7. Yeah, they've been playing good baseball as of late. Morning, guys. Good morning, Michael Bueno. Mets 12% chance at winning. Nerfy. And I went back to Giants today, but their bullpen is beat up. But the Giants are 8-2 when Harrison pitches. I don't hate that trend. Not at all. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Texas Rangers and the Minnesota Twins, -155 for the Twins, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Let me find the game. There we go. Here's your another friendly reminder. Jose Urena has a job in the MLB still. Line opened up at a 145. It's up to a 158 for Minnesota. So we do have a move towards the Twins here in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5 -105. It's now an 8.5 -125. So a move towards the over in this game and a move towards the Twins in this game, expecting Urena to get hit. 96% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over in this game, with the line moving towards the over. 86% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Twins, with the line moving towards the Twins in this game here. We have Bailey Ober and Jose Urena. Urena 3.13 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 4.3 strikeouts per nine, which is 11%, 2.74 walks per nine, a 2.27 BABIP, a 5.36 FIP, and a 4.79 SIERA. On the flip side, Bailey Ober 4.08 ERA, 0.91 WHIP, 10.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 1.57 walks per nine, a 2.65 BABIP, a 4.9 FIP, and a 3.02 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Minnesota Twins in this game. Hitting edge goes towards the Twins in this game. 105 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 103, which is 14th. Eileen over in this game. Eileen Twins -1 in this game. Both are a little too public for me to get involved. It's a stay off spot for me personally, but I can only look Twins and over here in this game.
All right, cool. We're going to continue to fade the Texas Rangers. I still think this team is heavily overvalued, and we've made some good money fading them still. Now Minnesota is not looking good, and we faded them for a little bit. But this is a Texas team that's 2-8 their last 10. They've lost 4 straight. They just got swept by the Phillies, and I want to keep fading this team. So we're going to take the Twins. We'll take the run line. It's around +135. We're going to continue to fade the Rangers. Just until they get not as overvalued.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Where do you leave off?
8.
Yeah. I think higher that's the home team. Either way, you can put 3 or 4 runs in one inning. Facts. Yeah, you can. I was thinking that too. Rangers spot. Texas easy. Rangers have to win today. Going over. No. Twins run line. Let's go Twins. There you go. Let's continue here on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 games remaining on the card. And we'll move to the Brewers and the Red Sox here. The Red Sox -125 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 130. It got all the way down to a 118. It's a 128. So we've had a 2-cent line movement here towards Milwaukee. Line opened up at an 8.5, up to a 9, up to a 9.5. So another game where the line's just moving heavily towards the over. 73% of the tickets, 74% of the cash. We'll do that. 80% of the tickets and 66% of the cash on the Red Sox, but yet the line moving towards the Brewers definitely piques my interest in the beer makers today. In this one here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup where we have, where is it? There we go. Bryce Wilson and Cutter Crawford. Bryce Wilson, 2.52 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 6.84 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 5.04 walks per nine. Walks a lot of batters. 2.224 BABIP, a 5.1 FIP, and a 5.22 SIERA. Definitely his advanced stats kind of scare me a little bit. Cutter Crawford, 3.52 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 7.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.05 walks per nine, a 3.19 BABIP, a 3.44 FIP, and a 4.05 SIERA. On the flip side, the bullpens here in this game. Bullpen edge goes towards the Brewers, and the hitting edge goes towards Brewers as well. 112 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 107, which is 12th. I can only look Brewers in this game. I don't want to back Bryce Wilson, though, and I lean over the total, but I think if you like the over, you've probably missed your line because the line opened up in an 8.5. You could have gotten 8s at some points. I lean over. I lean Brewers. I'm not going to get involved in either.
I like the Boston Red Sox. Cutter Crawford has been phenomenal for this Boston team, and he was one of the big people. I said, hey, if the Boston Red Sox want to be good, your young starting pitching has to be good. 10 starts, 2.17 ERA, 58 innings pitched, 14 runs. So he's been really, really solid. So I want to keep backing Mr. Crawford, and not to mention although I will say, even though he's been great, and this is going to end up, I will say, this is going to be a pass game. It's a lean towards the Red Sox. Unfortunately, so far this year, they are 3-7 when he pitches. So he's pitching well. The team's not helping him out. So until that straightens itself out, including 3 straight losses in 4 out of 5. Until the Red Sox figure out how to win with him, I'm going to be staying off this game. It is a lean towards the Red Sox, though.
Fair. There's not a good conviction game. Both of us have leans, just no bets.
Nope. These plays are about fading home teams after road trips. Brewers.
Yeah, I can only look Brewers in this game. I can really only look that way.
Bailey, you right somewhat. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go update my post for this.
Yeah, we got. Is this the most expensive the Baltimore Orioles have been this year? I feel like they've actually been a little bit more expensive one other time.
They were, I think there was a minus 150 run line in there somewhere.
Yeah. Line opened up at a 230 to a 262. So, and by the way, for those wondering, no, the Orioles cannot be a cash cow at all this series because they're on the road. So it's home teams only for cash cows. Line opened up at an 8, down to a 7.5. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards the Orioles here in this one. 99% of tickets, 99% of cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under. It's kind of interesting there. And then we have 92% of tickets, 92% of the cash on the Orioles, but the line's moving towards said Baltimore Orioles in this game here. Take a look at the pitching matchup here. Corbin Burnes taking on Chris Flexen. Burnes has been awesome. 2.37 ERA, 1.15 whip, 9.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%. 3.97 walks per 9, a 299 BABIP, a 2.94 FIP, and a 3.27 SIERA. On the flip side, Chris Flexen, 4.67 ERA, 1.26 whip, 7.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3 walks per 9, a 273 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 4.19 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes actually towards the White Sox as of late. The last 30 days, they've actually been the better bullpen when you look at FIP and SIERA. Hitting edge goes towards the Chicago White Sox. 89 WRC plus, which is 22nd, compared to compared to the Orioles, who can't hit righties right now. 75 WRC plus, which is 28th in baseball the last 30 days. They've really struggled offensively here. Now, am I looking at the White Sox in this game? No. Maybe it's a White Sox first 5 plus a half. Maybe I see this as a low variance game. And you can kind of tell here because it is for the first 5, it's a 4. I'm seeing 4.5 on Fanatics, but it's minus 160. I'll take a 4 here at minus 120 range. And the first 5, it's minus 160. You got. That has to be full game run line, because I'm seeing over on over on DraftKings the plus 1.5, plus 120, but that's got to be the full game for the first 5 there. I can only look White Sox first 5 plus a half if I'm looking at a side here, because I see this as a low variance game, which means I'm actually going to look at a total in this game. I'm going to take the first 5 under 4 in this game at minus 120 over on Bet365. I think this is a low-scoring game. I see Corbin Burnes coming out here and shoving. But I also see the Orioles continuing to struggle to hit righties. And I will take a first 5 under here in this game. First 5 under 4 minus 120 here.
I'll put it in the chat. And this one's expensive today, but it's part of the betting them every single day. And I know a lot of people are probably not going to go crazy about it. Minus 260 on the money line and minus 150 on the run line. So that's where we're looking at so far this game. And I'm just going to continue to back the Orioles every single day. Day 49 out of 162. Money line's up 3.65. Run line's up 10.05. So still nice and profitable during this entire endeavor. Going to keep on going here. Not changing anything to this Orioles game.
Fair. Yeah, I like this under a lot.
Just Nerfy. Sorry, guys, not to go back, but you guys, are you all on Giants? No, I'm not on the Giants. I did not bet the Mets, but I'm
on the first 5 under, and it's Giants or nothing.
Yeah, under and the Giants or nothing. Brewers are 7-3 after first 5 loss in previous game. There you go. Orioles team total, I could see. Orioles will always have an insane money line with the Corbin Burns text. That is correct. White Sox scare me after last night's loss. Feels like a revenge spot.
The White Sox are dog shit.
Orioles are going to demolish the White Sox because they're getting paid out so low. Maybe. They're going to hit today, buddy. Y'all, just like yesterday, watch and see Orioles all night. I like it. Orioles run line, yes. And here's all the plays, all the Orioles tracker for this entire season so far. So there you go. We got 6 games left.
Yeah. We have the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. We have the Cubbies minus 140 road favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Cubbies and Cardinals, where we have Shota Imagina versus Miles Michaelis. The Cubbies open up around minus 130. It's now 150. So we've had a big move towards Imagina and the Cubs. Line opened up in an 8 minus 110. It's now an 8 at even money. So we'll move towards the under here as well. We have 99% of tickets, 98% of cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under. 66% of tickets, 79% of cash is on the Cubs, with the line moving towards them as well. Imagina and Michael is in this game here. Imagina has been phenomenal. 0.84 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 10.3 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%. 1.95 walks per 9, a 2.96 BABIP, but 2.31 FIP, and a 2.96 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Miles Michaelis, which has struggled. 5.06 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 6.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. 1.35 walks per 9, a 3.02 BABIP, a 4.23 FIP, and a 3.12 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Cubbies. Hitting edge goes towards the Cubs. 88 WRC plus, which is 23rd against righties, compared to the Cardinals, who hit righties better than they hit lefties. Lefties, 73 WRC plus, which is 24th in baseball. This feels like a Cubs spot for me. I lean under as well in this game. I just don't trust Michaelis for a first 5 under, or an under in general. But when it comes to the Cubbies, I'll lean towards the Cubs -1, which you can get -150 and +110 over on BetMGM, which is -119. It's a lean towards the Cubs here in this spot for me, but I was kind of looking at my stats, and one thing I've noticed that I've kind of struggled with this year is favorite spreads. So I don't know. It's a lean towards the -1 line here for me with the Cubs, but I don't know if I'm pulling the trigger.
Oh, for sure. I'm taking the Cubbies. It's Imagina. Shota Imagina. I mean, that's our Cy Young Award winner right there, Nick. Or at least the guy that we have winning the Cy Young. But honestly, I think it right now it's a 2-horse race between him and Ranger Suarez. And I would personally love to see Imagina win. He has been fantastic. How about 5 earned runs? 5 in 53 and 2/3 innings pitched. Yeah. That's a 0.84 ERA for anybody keeping track at home. Not to mention on the road, he's been even better. 3-0, a 0.38 ERA on the road, meaning he's given up 2 earned runs on the road in 23 and 2/3 innings pitched. I would also look towards the under in this game just because of Magana. When it comes to his games, I think every single game has gone under that he's pitched in. One game went over, and it was because the Cubbies put up 8 runs. So no,
That's my
would
main
look
concern with the under.
Huh?
That's my main concern with the under. Is that the Cubs put up runs.
That's why I'm just going to take the Cubbies on the run line. Shodai Amagana Day. Let's do it.
Yeah, you've pulled my arm here. I'm going to add the -1 here. It's -122 over on Bet365.
I'm getting the run line at +116.
There you go. All right, let's go. Cool. -22 locked in and loaded.
Chat's going crazy today. I love it. Cubs all day. Yep. What year can the White Sox take the World Series?
I don't
know. 10 years. Is that fair? 10 years?
At least.
The problem is that
problem
with the White Sox is they have no farm system. They have no future. So I honestly can't tell you. So under Cubs, my team. Trust me. Yeah, I agree. Can't not take Shota here for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not taking. You're not taking him today. All right. Might be a trap. No, I don't think it's a trap. I don't think it's a trap at all. Cardinals under a half, first 3. Beautiful. Under. Sure. I'm going to need better fielding. Cardinals are 1-6 versus division. Cubs money line off a shutout last night. I'm taking the run line, so I'm with you, LJ. Cubs first 5. That's juice. Take the run line. I'm going Cardinals Nerfy as a 2-teamer with the White Sox Nerfy because I don't trust Mikolas and Flexen. Fair. Cubs run line, of course. I like it. Let's do it. Magana 8-1 and not giving up a run first 3 innings. +110. That's where all the value is at. I like it, dude. Shota Magana has been the best pickup so far in of the offseason. So that's been great for the Cubs. I love to see it. Cubs money line.
Yeah, Cubs first. Yeah, Cubs first 3 -0.5 is +105. If you think Mikolas gets hit early and Shota shuts him down, +105, -0.5 in the first 3.
I missed the Cubs games yesterday, but won all the rest. There you go. All right, Nick. Look, it's the Philadelphia Phillies playing another team that's under 500.
Yeah, they get another easy series, and we're going to wonder why they have the best record in baseball. Let's take a look here, though. Line opened up at a 180. It's up to a 197. So we move towards these Phillies. Line opened up at an 11 at even money. It's now 11 at -104. A move towards the over and a move towards the Phillies. 92% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Phillies. The line moving towards the Phillies. 65% of the tickets and 74% of cash on the over. The line moving towards the over. Let's take a look here in this spot where we have where is this pitching matchup? There we go. Christopher Sanchez versus Ty Block. Sanchez 3.58 ERA, 1.52 WHIP, 7.16 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.25 walks per 9, a 3.56 BABIP, but 3.11 FIP, and a 3.75 CR. On the flip side, Block 5.14 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 4.29 strikeouts per 9, which is 11%, 1.71 walks per 9, a 3.42 BABIP, but 3.38 FIP, and a 4.71 CR. Bullpen edge actually slightly goes towards the Rockies, which I probably need to fix my stats, but yeah, actually, the last 30 days, it's slightly towards the Rockies, which is crazy. And the hitting edge goes towards the Phillies, though. 121 WRC+, which is 7th, compared to 94, which is 18th. I have absolutely no interest in this game whatsoever. It's probably Philly run if you had to bet anything. But are you looking to lay that type of number on a run line on the road? Not particularly. I lean over or nothing, but once again, not a game I need to get involved with. It's just another Phillies game with them playing a bullshit team. So it's a pass here.
What was the run line for it?
I would have to look real quick. Expensive? They're minus 200 on the road with a total of 11.
Minus 125. Yeah, I'm not going to touch the Phillies today, although I know I hate the stupid team. I hate the Phillies. Cannot stand them as a Mets fan. They've made probably the most money this year because whenever I back them, they always seem to come through for me. And I could see them winning again today, covering a run line today, but I don't really feel the need to jump after them at a minus 125 price with Christopher Sanchez. Now, tomorrow with Aaron Nola, even if it's minus 130, I could be interested in that. The following game is Ranger Suarez. I think I would take Ranger Suarez at a minus 130, 135 run line price. I think I would be okay with that one, the way that he's been pitching this year. But with Christopher Sanchez, probably not something I need to pull the trigger on. I could see an over in this game, and I could see it because I could see the Phillies scoring 8-9 runs. So maybe I look towards an over, but I don't really like to go after Coors Field overs, so pass.
Fair.
Random question, but is there a reason why Japanese players join the big league, join the big market teams in baseball? I mean, they're traveling across, money. They're traveling across the country, across the globe to play in the MLB. They're not going to go play for the Kansas City Royals. They're not going to go and play for the Colorado Rockies. They're going to go where the money's at because they need to make enough money to live here. So that's why. Yurfie and the Phillies run line, sure. Phillies team total over, sure. Phillies team total over, yes. Phillies run line, yes. Are the Phillies ever going to lose again? No. I may end up pulling the trigger on the Philly run line, Nick. Giants money line, are y'all on the Guardians money line? I like the Twins too. I did not. Oh, Guardians. We haven't talked about that. Guardians line is interesting, but at the same time, we've seen this all year with the Guardians, so I'm not going to fall for it this time. I took Phillies minus 1.5, minus 125, and I don't like the pricing now. Withstanding, they've been hitting lately over team total over. I kind of like the team total over. Phillies are phenomenal, my guys. 8-4 over facts. I can see an 8-4 game. JT Realmuto has been smashing 13-game hitting streak, batting .400 versus this pitcher. You know what, Nick? I'm pulling the trigger on the Phillies. Okay. I'm pulling the trigger on the Philly run line today, and I think I'm just going to do it all 3 games because can I get a better price than 128? 125? I can get I got 125. I'm pulling the trigger on the Phillies. This team just continues to win. Give me the Phillies run line.
Good luck. I'm staying off of this game. It's just too expensive for my tastes for a road team like that. Let's get into the next one here. Cleveland Guardians and the LA Angels. It's a pick 'em. Total 7.5 in this game. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. Line opened up at around a pick 'em minus 110 for the Guardians. It's now 104. So a slight move towards the Angels and a move towards the under. 99% of tickets, 99% of cash on the over. The line moving towards the under. And then 50% of tickets, 66% of cash is on the Guardians. So the line moving slightly towards the Angels. Patrick Sandoval and Logan Allen. I can kind of tell why this line is the way it is, and I actually do have interest in the Halos in this spot. Logan Allen, 4.74 ERA, 1.50 whip, 8.03 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 2.55 walks per 9, a 3.65 BABIP, a 4.03 FIP, and a 4.04 SIERA. On the flip side, Patrick Sandoval, 3.03 ERA, 1.21 whip, 8.8 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%. 1.82 walks per 9, and 3.29 BABIP, a 3.67 FIP, and a 3.42 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Cleveland Guardians, and the hitting edge, though, goes towards the LA Angels, who are hitting lefties pretty well. 123 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 96, which is 16th. I'm interested in the Halos here, and I'm interested in the Halos early in this game. And I would like to take a look real quick at how this first 5 is moved. Because if the first 5, wow, that's extremely telling. The Angels' first 5 is minus 130. Their full game is minus 105. Angels' first 5 is the play in this game, and then you live bet the Guardians. That's how significant the bullpen edge is, according to the books. Is that you're laying $1.30 on this first 5? I'm getting $1.25 with them here over on Bet365. I'm gonna take the Angels' first 5 in this game, not full game, just first 5, because it's even money for the full game, which is crazy. But yeah, I'll take some Angels first 5 here.
I was looking towards the Guardians because we've seen this plenty of times so far this year where, the Guardians line looks short. The Guardians, they win these games. They're constantly winning those games where the line looks short. And I think this one could be another one of those where, the team that's 16 games over 500 and game that's versus a team that's 10 games under to pick them. Normally, I would say let's jump on the Angels. I don't see you today. And if it was anybody other than Cleveland and then maybe Baltimore, because we've seen the same stuff with Baltimore and we've seen the same thing with Kansas City this year. The lines for those teams, yeah, they could look short, and I could try to fade them all I want. They keep winning those games, so it's a lean towards Cleveland for me, but I'm staying off this game.
Yeah, I'm isolating this only to the first 5. Because I've seen plenty of times where the first 5s will cash against the Guardians, but the full games will not.
Exactly. The small market teams don't want to shell out big bucks for Japanese players outside of Mariners in each run. Yes. Giants, Dodgers, Cubs, Orioles. Good luck. Not many people pick first 5 innings when top 10 pitchers start. I mean, that's probably when you want to. Guardians are 29 as a favorite. Angels are 9-22 versus 500 teams, over 500 teams. Guardians money line easy. Let's get it. Over all day to low 5-3 easy. Okay. Angels are the worst bullpen, and Guardians have one of the best ones. Why I like the price. Yeah, why not? These teams can put up 4 runs in one inning. Watch and see too sunny outside. Okay. Cleveland most profitable team. They are not. I don't believe they are. I believe the current most profitable. No, sorry, they are the most profitable team now. The second most profitable team is the Yankees, then the Phillies, then the Royals, then the Brewers. So you're seeing a lot of the big market teams as the most profitable. Kind of different from last year where we saw Baltimore and Washington. So, damn it, I should have bet Angels first 5, Guardians money line at DK for like 13-1. Still can.
It's not a bad look at all.
First Delaware, if I was back in Maryland, I would grab Angels first 5. Okay, I got you. 3 games left, Nick, and I'm going to go put them up.
Yep. Let's get into this one here. The Arizona Diamondbacks and the Miami Marlins. Diamondbacks minus 190 favorites. Total of 8 in this game. Line opened up at a 185 down to a 178. So we do have a move towards Miami here. Line opened up at an 8. It's now at minus 120. Now it's an 8 at plus 103. So a move towards the under and a move towards Miami here in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. 87% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks in this game. 99% of the tickets, 97% of the cash on the over. The line moving towards the under. The under does have some appeal here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Zach Gallen and Braxton Garrett. Braxton Garrett's been very limited sample size, I believe. Let me go ahead and take a look at what he has done so far this year. I don't think he's pitched much. He's pitched twice. And he gave up 5 earned runs to the Phillies and 6 earned runs to the Mets. So he's looked bad. On the flip side, Zach Gallen at home, 3.04 ERA, 0.89 whip, 8.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 2.28 walks per nine, a 203 BABIP, a 3.61 FIP, and a 3.52 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Diamondbacks. Hitting edge goes towards the Diamondbacks. 93 WRC plus, which is 19th, compared to 88, which is 24th. I will go ahead and take the Diamondbacks to beat up on Braxton Garrett like the Mets and the Phillies have before them. but the Marlins have won both of Braxton Garrett's starts. They've put up runs in both of his starts, though. I will look for Zach Gallen to shut down the Marlins today, and I will take a look to see whether this is a -1 or a -1.5. I'm assuming -1.5. But the best available lines I can find looks like on Fanatics. I want to see what the price is for this, see if it's too expensive. -130 for the -1 line. It's not. I'm going to move on the -1 line here. -130 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. You are muted.
Yes, I am. Sorry, I sneezed. And I am taking the D-backs on the run line. It's also, I would have taken them against anybody right now with Zach Gallen at home, who is 3-1 with a 1.52 ERA at home compared to 2-2 with a 4.33 on the road. So if you're backing Zach Gallen, it's got to be at home. You saw the same thing last year. Either way, I do like the Diamondbacks today. We're going to continue to fade the Marlins for the 52nd game in a row. Nothing's changing there. Fade the Marlins every single game, and they've been the least I think a team took over for the least profitable team. I don't think it's no longer the Marlins. It is still the Marlins. My bad. It was the White Sox for a couple of days, but Marlins, according to covers, you're down 13.31 if you've backed the Marlins in every single game so far. So Marlins suck. Cool. Back to the chat. My thing is Brewers. The Brewers. I would be leaning Boston to me. Parlay D-backs with the T-Wolves. Do not like the T-Wolves tonight, but good luck. ECU over today is a wagon. I can see an over. ECU's pitching is kind of depleted right now. Not having Zach Root, not having Trey Savage, definitely rough for ECU pitching right now. Marlins nerfing whoever they play money line. Yep. D-backs. Yep. It's only plus 700 for Angels first 5 and Guardians full game. Yep. Marlins. Nope. Gallen over K's. Sure. I'll take D-backs -1.5. Home Gallen is cash. I'll take my 1-0 betting the Marlins for the season ended there. Okay. Schwarber, a home run. Any other ideas for a home run today? LA De La Cruz. There you go. LA De La Cruz is my home run.
I was thinking the same thing. I was looking at the teams I bet, and I saw Reds. I'm like, De La Cruz.
De La Cruz right now, I believe, is a top 3 MVP candidate.
Is he?
I think he is. Or if he's not, he should be. He's got some. He's really playing well this year. Let's pull up because I know he's got some. He's got one stat that I think is kind of crazy to see. LA De La Cruz, 50 games, 181 at bats, 254s, whatever. 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. But the big one for me, 31 stolen bases.
Oh, okay.
It's May. 31 stolen bases. He's on pace for 100 stolen bases this year. If he gets that, I think he could be a prime for MVP. But he's been insane so far this year. I'll mention that. Anyways, Florida Panthers first period puck line, sure. Soto home run smash. Luis Ariz. That's interesting. Luis, have you seen what Luis Ariz has been doing? Two straight 4-hit games.
Tony Gwynn stats.
Two straight 4-hit games. 8 straight multi-hit games, and he's hitting 23 for 40 his last 8 games or something like that. It's been insane. Nick, I know you probably like this game.
We'll see. We have the Houston Astros and the Oakland Athletics. By the way, last game, I was actually able to get Diamondbacks -1 over on BetMGM -125. Because it was -175 plus 120 for it there. So I love that price there. Houston Astros and the Oakland Athletics. We have the Astros opening up around 165 favorites. It's up to 168, so slight move towards the Houston Astros. Line opened up at a 7.5, up to an 8.5, expecting potentially Ross Stripling to get hit. Or both these pitchers could be a little bit vulnerable. 88% of tickets, 97% of the cash on the Astros. The line moving towards the Astros. 83% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over, with the line moving towards the over big time. Justin Verlander has kind of struggled this year. 4.18 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 7.07 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 4.5 walks per nine, a 237 BABIP, a 5.5 FIP, and a 5.43 SIERA. On the flip side, Ross Stripling, 5.01 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, 3.86 strikeouts per nine, which is 9%, which is the lowest on the card. 1.54 walks per nine, a 322 BABIP, a 4.6 FIP, and a 5.22 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Astros. Hitting edge is pretty much a toss-up. 124 WRC plus for the Astros, 125 for the Oakland A's. So both these teams are actually hitting pretty well right now. I'd lean over the total, if anything, in this game. Is this a game I'm getting involved with?
That's fair. I'm probably not getting involved in this one either. This is a Astros team that's playing a little bit better as of late, and this is a A's team that, remember when they were even 500 and like a game and a half back for the division? Yeah, now they're 10 games under, so poor Athletics. I was actually enjoying the Athletics playing well for a little while, but I'm staying off of them now. There's no real reason for me to go after this game. How about that crazy game yesterday? 10-9 game in, what was that, 13 innings?
Who would have thought the most entertaining series? Yeah, who would have thought the most entertaining series of the weekend would have been, or of the midweek here, would have been the Oakland A's and the Colorado Rockies?
That was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to see all the different numbers going on, because Oakland was down 9-5 going into the bottom of the 11th, put up 5 runs. Yeah, insane. But no, I'm not going to go after this one. Bullpen's probably taxed for the A's. It'd be probably a lean towards Astros run line, but I feel like I have enough run lines for that.
Yeah, I would only look Astros and over, maybe an Astros team total over.
Okay. Ohtani, Soto, and Betts crushing him in the MVP race. Well, Soto's not in the NL, so not really worried about him. Ohtani and Betts, I feel like you're getting a little bit more out of Elly De La Cruz, but that's just me.
Astros one thing I'd be worried about if you're betting Dodger futures for like Betts or Ohtani to win the MVP, they might cannibalize each other.
Yeah, because we saw that last year with the National League. Matt Olson probably should have won MVP. He had like 40-something home runs, 120 RBIs, but he got outdone by his teammate. So be careful with those. Astros are 10-4 on the road versus Oakland last 14. Here we go. A's for some plus money. The Astros struggle against the Angels. Yeah. Final game of the night, Nick.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one. We have the New York Yankees and the San Diego Padres. The Yankees minus 110 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Fun pitching matchup. Yu Darvish and Carlos Rodon. Line opened up at a pick'em minus 105, and now it is a 107 for the Yankees. So a slight move towards the Yankees. Line opened up at a 7.5 plus 105. It's now 7.5 minus 108. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Yankees here. 72% of tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Yankees, with the line moving slightly towards them. 99% of tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. We have Carlos Rodon and Yu Darvish. Rodon 3.06 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 9.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 1.27 walks per nine, and 236 BABIP, a 4.56 FIP, and a 3.33 SIERA. On the flip side, Yu Darvish has been absolutely phenomenal as of late, and I believe he did it again last start. 7 innings of no-run baseball. How unreal has Yu Darvish been in the last 4 starts? He has pitched 24 innings, given up no earned runs on only 10 hits, 3 walks, and he has struck out 24 batters. He's been phenomenal as of late. Is this Yankees team the team to finally get to him? And here's the crazy thing is the teams he's doing this against. The Reds, fine, whatever. The Cubbies, the Dodgers, and the Braves. I think 3 of the best teams in the National League that we could easily be seeing in the NLDS this year. So he's not only pitching well, but he's pitching well against good opponents. So I still lean Yankees a little bit in this game. I do. But I have no interest in this game whatsoever. This would be a good game to watch, maybe, but not to bet.
I want to back you, Darvish. You just mentioned that he's been absolutely stellar. No earned runs in the last 4 games. That sounds like a pitcher I want to keep backing. Not to mention the Padres have won 6 straight of his starts and 7 out of the last 8 starts. He has been absolutely phenomenal for the San Diego Padres. And I don't bet the Padres that often. I don't. This would be a spot that I'd want to go after the Padres. Plus, you look at it, Carlos Rendon's going on the opposite side. If you're going to back Rendon, it's got to be at Yankee Stadium where he's 3-0 with a 2.13 ERA. Not on the road where he's 2-2 with a 4.25. Give me the Padres to end my card. Padres money line, backing you, Darvish.
Good luck. I'm staying off.
Okay. I'm doing a tie. First 5 Guardians full game. Angels first 5 Guardians full game. Hey, there you go. Yanks Dogs. Soto knows you all too well. It's going to be like Ohtani getting booed in Toronto and going yard at his first bat. That's right. Juan Soto is making his return back to San Diego, which whatever. Luis Arraez over bases, I could see. Back to the Nerfy here. Best MLB Seattle Twins Guardians. Did we talk Seattle today? No, because there was no pitcher for Washington.
Nope, there was no pitcher for Washington.
Twins and Guardians. I am on the Twins with you. Guardians, I would be on too. Lean Padres. There you go. That is everything for today. We've made it through the entire card. Before we head on out, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. They're above Nick's head now. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of them linked down below. Become a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's where you get all the plays that we put up on the picksandparleys.net website, along with all of our college baseball plays. And I put out the card already for today. It's the one that's scrolling across the bottom, so you guys are getting that there. But all of that, we're getting down to the end of conference tournaments. We've got regionals coming up, which, reminder, Monday after the ESP show, stay tuned because we will be doing a live watch along with the selection Monday for college baseball. Figuring out where all these teams are going to be playing, which team. We'll know who's hosting regionals. We'll see where all the other 2, 3s, and 4s are going, and we'll try to talk over some of those regionals to see what teams we think are going to make it out. I already have some teams that I'm quite high on, so we'll talk about that. Keep in mind that is on Monday. Recapping, I like the Dallas Mavericks tonight to take a 2-0 series lead. Give me the Detroit Tigers. I have Kansas City today. The under in the Mets game. Twinkies. Baltimore, as per usual. Chicago Cubs run line. Philly run line. Lean Guardians. I'm on the Arizona Diamondbacks, and give me the Padres tonight. Nick?
Yeah. No, that's a lot of totals for me today. But let's get into it here. NHL, just the over 5.5 plus 105 at BetMGM. Dallas, Minnesota, under 207.5 minus 110, bet 365 for the NBA. In the MLB, Toronto, Detroit, first 5 under 4.5 minus 115, bet MGM. Kansas City, Tampa Bay, first 5 under 3.5 minus 130, bet MGM. Cincinnati Reds plus 132, FanDuel, over 10 minus 115, Fanatics. Mets, Giants, first 5 under 3.5, minus 130, Fanatics. Baltimore, Chicago White Sox, first 5 under 4, minus 120, bet 365. Chicago Cubs, -1, minus 122, bet 365. LA Angels, first five minus 120. First five minus 125. Bet365. Arizona Diamondbacks -1 -125. BetMGM.
Right on. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys. Let's go Pirates.